A Facebook official says because of federal laws and the ongoing Russia investigations, the company is limited in what it can say publicly. But Senator Warner says the company hasn't been transparent enough and needs to step up its efforts. Dana.
Jeff, tell us a little bit more about your interview with Senator Warner. What were his main concerns about Russia's use of social media like Facebook?
Well, that we don't know yet how far it goes or how widespread it was. I mean, that's what really came across to me in this interview, and it seems like he and the committee are getting closer to getting some sort of public testimony in place from these social media giants, because any investigator that you talk to and any investigator that we've spoken with over the last year or more now has said that this type of misinformation that at times used Facebook or Twitter was so widespread and it was so obvious. And so according to Senator Warner, what we know thus far from Facebook is just not going far enough. But I did talk to Facebook officials. They aren't publicly saying a lot, but I've also spoken with people who are familiar with their investigation. And the company is at a point where it can't say too much. It can't reveal too much because it is cooperating with investigators. And as you know, Dana, there are several Russia investigations underway at this point. So they feel like they're limited in what they can really reveal.
We'll talk about some of those Russia investigations in a moment. Wednesday, the Department of Homeland Security moved to ban the use of a Russian brand of security software by federal agencies. Can you explain the significance of that?
Well, that's Kaspersky Lab, and this is a company that we did a report on a few weeks ago that talked about the concerns that U.S. intelligence officials have about this company because of its links to the Russian government. Now, Kaspersky Lab says that it has no inappropriate ties to any government, but that's not what U.S. officials think. And now today they are taking another step and asking that U.S. government computers remove this Kaspersky Lab software from its systems. But the question is, will they go a step further and take steps to really inform the public about Kaspersky Lab? We know that the government is now taking this step, wary of using this product because of its ties to the Russian government. But as we reported a couple of weeks ago, it's still not clear that that message, these concerns about that software, has gotten out to a wider audience, to the public, to people at home. You might still hear these ads by Kaspersky on the radio or on TV. And so today the government is taking this dramatic step and asking employees to remove this software. But what about the public? And that's why you'll probably be hearing a lot more about Kaspersky Lab in the weeks to come.
All right. Also on Wednesday, Congressman Elijah Cummings, Elliot Engel wrote a letter seeking details of former Trump advisor General Michael Flynn's trips to the Middle East, trips that he actually didn't disclose when applying to renew his security clearance. So how incriminating might this new information be?
Well, we'll have to see. But the House Oversight Committee has been pretty public in its concerns that it believes that Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor, was not honest about his security clearance application, that he did not reveal everything that he was supposed to by law reveal, including this trip to the Middle East that took place in 2015, a trip in which he was as a private citizen, promoting a plan for a nuclear power plant. This was a plan that had ties to some Russian business types, some Russian officials. And according to the House Oversight Committee in this letter that they released today, Michael Flynn was also promoting this deal while he was in the White House, which could be an ethics violation. So its significance we'll have to see, but it's just another piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, another piece, and sort of where the Russia investigations come in again. Reports that Flynn's son is under investigation. At the White House briefing Wednesday, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders referred the matter to outside counsel. Is the Trump administration succeeding in distancing itself from those who are under investigation?
Well, that's just another issue where we'll have to see. But it is another piece of this growing puzzle. And we know that Michael Flynn and his son are close. Michael Flynn's son was involved in the transition until he was let go. We know that he traveled overseas with his father in that now notorious December 2015 trip in which Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor, was photographed sitting next to or at the same table with Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. And so it's still unclear the amount of scrutiny that Michael Flynn Jr. is getting, but he is someone that investigators are interested in, at the very least, for that trip in December of 2015.
Well, we certainly said when Robert Mueller was appointed that we would start seeing that investigation start to broaden, and it has done just that. Jeff Pegues, thank you very much.
You got it.